As part of this mutualistic interaction, or as part of any symbiotic interaction between two organisms, we often find that one of the organisms begins to lose structures, functions, and genes as this evolutionary relationship evolves over time. I'll give you two examples of what I mean. Let's consider tapeworms. Tapeworms are an endoparasite, and so parasite means that they're taking advantage of their host. Positive benefit for the tapeworm, negative benefit for the host. But they are endoparasites. They operate within their host, in this case, within the digestive tract of an animal system, including humans. What you see when you begin to look at tapeworms is they've essentially lost a head. Instead of a head right now, it is essentially just a grasping mouth part, taking up resources from the digestive system of an animal system. Quite different in contrast from a free-living terrestrial flatworm. The other thing that you notice is that when you begin to look at the body parts, the proglottids, they are essentially reproductive factories. They're so that the nutrition comes in and they are constantly reproducing, and then these proglottids break off as part of defecation and are then transferred to another organism through that external connection. So the digestive system is essentially lost, the heads are reduced to grappling hooks, and they are essentially reproductive machines. As another example, let's not consider an endoparasite, but let's consider an ectoparasite, one that grows on the outside. And a good example of that is Cacuda. And here you see Cacuda. They tend to be yellow or orange. They're a yellow or orange parasite because for the most part, they've lost their photosynthetic genes. They are parasites that get all of their water and all of their nutrients from their host. Basically, they have lost their leaves and they're simply long stems looking for new opportunities to penetrate into a host. So here you see Cacuda attacking this particular plant or essentially covering a tree. Molecular studies comparing the genome of Cacuda and other plants note that many have lost their photosynthetic genes, they've lost their capacity to take up nutrients from the external environment because they simply tap the host for the organic material and nutrients they need. They've lost leaf development genes, so we find essentially only stems, no leaves, and, of course, no roots. Surprisingly, some of them seem to have also lost the defense mechanism, toxic secondary compounds that might reduce herbivory. So, associated with evolution and co-evolutionary relationships of endo and ectoparasites, we often see a reduction in genome and a reduction in morphological features. Now, in the study guide here, if you want to prepare for the exam associated with this lecture, look at these 5 points. If you can satisfactorily answer to yourself or to your student, fellow colleague preparing for the exam, if you can address each of these 5 points, you'll do very well on the quiz.